Hello, my name is Vincent Yorks, and I am here to speak about the strategic plan for Major League Rugby moving forward in 2019. So, Major League Rugby, the first inaugural season was in 2018. It was encompassed of 7 professional rugby teams. Another feature to note is that rugby is the fastest growing sport in the United States. The seven original teams were located in prominent rugby communities. Those were Austin, Texas, Glendale, Colorado, Houston, Texas, New Orleans, San Diego, Seattle, New York, Toronto, and Salt Lake City. So in 2020, the MLR will be moving from 9 to 12 teams, with its focus on expanding its growth on the East Coast. One team will be in New England, and another team will be in Washington, D.C., and then adding a southern team in Atlanta, Georgia as well. So the mission of Major League Rugby is to unite, ignite, and to grow. Major League Rugby aims to reinvent the American rugby development pathway. This will be done by creating a competitive environment to push the American game to the next level. In these key concepts, unite, ignite, and grow, the MLR strives to unite an inclusive, passionate American rugby community and to ignite sustainable development that grows a game reflective of the core values and its great, thorough history. So, in the first concept, unite, this focuses on building meaningful connections with fans by providing opportunities for involvement and engagement, and also reflecting these concepts into the routines and rituals of daily operations within the organization. The next concept, Ignite, focuses on building brand awareness through commercial partnerships, implementing a competitive atmosphere of rugby across the United States. This will be done at all levels and enhance rugby as a professional sport in the U.S. And the last concept is growth. This focuses on diversifying fan bases, connecting the excitement of national rugby to local communities, and fostering the international and domestic talent of rugby players. So next, in vision, the MLR inspires to create local destinations for rugby fans and families where they can come together to celebrate the highest level of the American game. This will be done by gathering places for rugby fans and local communities to come together. The connection between local and national rugby will invite American fans to join the unique, vibrant rugby family of Major League Rugby. Within the vision, the top professionals from around the world will join the best domestic players in the United States in a professional rugby competition that will showcase the best that rugby in the United States has to offer. Amongst the core values of the organization are passion, leadership, accountability, transparency, inclusivity, and integrity. Moving to partnerships, this focuses on the organizational environmental analysis. The partnerships include Motion PT. Motion PT is a group of physical therapy clinics in the tri-state, Magner's Irish Cider, Baltimore Irish beef jerky. So these two Irish partnerships are key to growing the game in the States because Ireland has a strong connection to rugby, and USA Rugby, which is the most important sponsorship of them all, because USA Rugby is the governing body of rugby in the United States. It serves as a major sponsor for the Major League Rugby and all of its teams. USA Rugby was founded in 1975 and is a member of the Full Sport Olympic Committee and also of World Rugby. The organization oversees rugby at all levels and is responsible for 4 national teams. So in strategic leadership positions, we have Dean Howes, who is the MLR commissioner. He's a great fit for the commissioner of the Major League Rugby due to his experiences with Major League Soccer as a CEO for Real Salt Lake City, and he was also a management partner for the St. Louis Blues in the National Hockey League. The deputy commissioner of the league is Nick Benson. His professional experiences are rooted in politics, consulting, and management. He received his MBA from San Diego State and his bachelor's degree from Florida State. Benson helped launch the inaugural season of the Indian Premier League, which is an international professional cricket league. Here at Rugby United New York, the general manager has over 15 years of coaching experience and spans across multiple countries. He's had experience in Yale, Empire GU All-Stars. 2017, he took over the realm to become the head coach for the New York Women's Rugby Club, who also made an appearance in the USA Club Rugby Championships that same year. So the professional development of Major League Rugby is really a great opportunity for all employees, all players and coaches to grow. So in the professional development opportunity, MLR coaches are presented with the opportunity to go overseas and to learn from UK coaches, where they gain valuable insight that will assist them in channeling the features of international rugby in the U.S. This professional development opportunity also provides coaches with various learning features such as engaging with fans and initiating the sport of rugby within various communities. Legal challenges we will face include the background check policy that USA Rugby has, being that USA Rugby is our key sponsor. It is also the governing body of rugby in the U.S., and if a player, coach, administrator cannot pass his background screening, then they will not be cleared to be an employee of Major League Rugby. Our major competitor is Super League Rugby. Although Super League Rugby is not a U.S.-based rugby club, it is the highest level of professional rugby in the Northern Hemisphere, and it encompasses 11 teams from England and 1 team from France. The reason that we don't have any major competitors in the States is because the only other organization to attempt to become a professional rugby organization in the U.S. has failed. Our benchmark is the New Zealand All Blacks. They're the winningest and most successful international men's rugby team of all time. The community in New Zealand focuses on growing and developing human beings through rugby. Therefore, they have the Small Blacks, which has led them to become a dominant force in the world. They have the most respected grassroots developmental program in the world, which eventually leads up to their world-class professional talent, which is what we are looking to provide. Our strengths include our partnership with USA Rugby, in that we are the fastest growing sport in the U.S., our expansion rates. Our weaknesses include lack of stadiums, the previous failures of rugby in the American market, our small salary cap in comparison to English Premier Leagues. Our opportunities include our international leverages, our millennial fan base who we can strike in this untraditional sport of rugby, and our opportunity is with CBS Network. CBS serves as a crucial platform for making fans aware of the MLR and the rules of rugby. Our threats are our poor attendance rates, our ability to sustain, and the core 4 professional sports organizations in the U.S. So our first goal is to partner with PepsiCo. This sponsorship will symbolize that the Major League Rugby is a dominant sector in the competitive field of American sports. PepsiCo incorporates Gatorade, Pepsi, Tostitos, and Doritos. Our second goal is to increase attendance rates 10% each year. This will be done by determining our target audiences and using our advertising on social media as a catalyst to gain a deeper following. Third goal is to open up an MLR headquarters located on the East Coast by 2020. This is a necessity for the league. because we are expanding upon the East Coast and we need to have an office to regulate daily operations out there on the East Coast. Final goal is to provide each team with a practice facility and home field by 2025. First, we must determine the most suitable facility locations for each team, formulate the design for each team, determine cost, and hire staff for the construction. This will ultimately increase the total revenue due to providing fans with great experience, and this will help us to pay back the construction for all 12 MLR teams, including their various training facilities.